Yowza, yowza, yowza. You might remember at the time that I was outraged that Trump would have put that little weasel, Jeff Sessions, in as the Attorney General, because he's been well known to be a lying little weasel. And sure enough, he showed that he lied at his confirmation hearings when he said that he had no agenda. Don't forget, his state leads the world in for-profit prisons, and marijuana fills sales and makes money. So what did he do yesterday, in case you didn't know? He changed the Justice Department's stance on marijuana. Even though many states have voted, operative phrase here, voted and passed recreational weed into existence, this old man and weasel says that the people don't matter, that the votes don't matter. It's what he thinks, and he thinks good people don't smoke marijuana. Oh yeah. The veil of ignorance is slowly lifting from everybody's eyes. It doesn't matter what we vote. They will do what they want. Take a little time and look at the history of weed and hemp in this country, and you will find it has nothing to do with the public good. It was all about corporations and political contributions, and that's why weed is the way it is. I gotta tell you, there is a witch hunt going on, and it's being done by really old people who should no longer be in office. This group still believes that witches exist, and that we should follow the writings of a group of goat herders that didn't even know about the real causes of disease. I got to tell you, it's a new year. I've decided to once again start saying what I believe, and to hell with the trying to appease the stupid so that they don't come after me and make me lose my job. There are some things you just have to say. Like, some lives don't matter. Really, seriously, some lives don't matter. Now, on this agenda, this is my mantra for the new year. Who wouldn't matter? Well, how about the guy who let his dog freeze to death? Freeze to death. That means that he spent a great deal of time not going out and checking on the animal or even feeding it. He no longer deserves the title of human being. A human would not have done that. Don't let me all this, oh, we're all God's creatures. Some of us are God's mistakes. Let's take the yokels in Milford who drove around busting cars with axes and then stole chickens, crushed their heads, and ripped them off. Now, these were not kids. They were in their 20s, late 20s. And I'm sure the lawyer will say, well, you know, they had been drinking and their thinking was impaired. I got news for you. Their thinking was impaired long before they ever even heard of alcohol. As the saying goes, I have done more drugs and alcohol than a traveling funk band, and never have I taken an axe to somebody's property or killed live animals for fun. Some lives don't matter. What possible contribution to the society, to the good of society, could these people have other than becoming food for a homeless shelter? Or if you're a little squeamish about the cannibalism thing, why not grind them up to feed the animals that they abuse so badly? And these judgments are strictly based on actions and actions alone. We can work out a solid criteria to make sure we don't mess stuff up like they do in the death penalty. We work out a solid criteria in cases where there is no doubt about the guilt of the people involved, like the Cheshire Killers. Lives do matter, but some lives just do not. It should never be based on political or religious matters. You know, we don't have to, lock up the flat earthers, although they've got a lot of problems, but they don't need to be turned into food. Give it some thought this weekend. Some lives don't matter. You could do that kind of thinking if you're a thinker. Let's get to it. Pig out, pork out, freak out, and do no harm. I think that's a new phrase we should work into the Friday rant. Pig out, pork out, freak out, and do no harm. Because it's 2018 and it's time to not let the savages and the mutants run things anymore. Because it's 2018. Check your calendar and get to it, because the weekend of the first one of 2018 is here, and you've gotta Wigout.